What's up, gang? Dragonus Prime coming back at you from my dungeon, and I've got another Prime Universe video for you. And this week, we're reimagining the Secret Wars storyline. Part 1. Unleashing Darkness. In a quiet village in the country of Sokovia, nestled in the embrace of rolling hills and dense forests, bore witness to a nightmarish descent. For Samael, the rogue angel, arrived with an army of demons, their dark presence casting shadows over the once tranquil homes. Hark and rejoice, for you get to bear witness to a momentous occasion. Bells rang out, the loud hammering on metal reverberating off the old plaster-like exteriors of buildings constructed hundreds of years previously. This poor village had already seen too much violence. Between the Sokovian Civil War, the attack on the village where the hero Captain America first appeared and protected them, and now this. Christophe Bernard, also known as the Sokovian hero Victorious, emerged from his humble abode. His eyes narrowed as he surveyed the demonic horde approaching upon his village. Knowing he was all that stood between the evil forces and his people, he readied himself for the impending battle. The clash erupted. A symphony of steel meeting otherworldly flesh. Victorious showcased his exceptional athleticism and combat skills, cutting through the demonic ranks. However, the sheer number of adversaries proved overwhelming, pushing him to the brink of exhaustion. With each strike, Victorious fought valiantly, but the demonic tide pressed harder. His body, battered and bruised, reflected the struggle against the relentless onslaught. It became clear that even Victorious, with his remarkable skills, couldn't withstand the full force of the demonic horde. Samael, with a malevolent smile, targeted a statue of an angel in the village square, a symbol of hope and protection. With a burst of celestial power, he obliterated the statue, creating a dark orifice in its place. From this void emerged a colossal demonic hand, a grotesque appendage that signified the coming of Satanish. A gate to hell had been ripped open. Meanwhile, at the ruins of the Spider Temple, the assembled heroes grappled with the revelation that the gate, guarded by the Spider-Men, had already been destroyed. The current Spider-Man, Shu Quan, spoke to his allies. "We are fighting an uphill battle, I'm afraid. The gate was one of 7. When all 7 are broke open, the monster Satanish can once again walk the world," he continued with a solemn demeanor. "The other gates were believed to be lost to time, lacking guardians, making them vulnerable to demonic incursions." Quicksilver recounted his experience at Rand Incorporated. "Well, when I was in the belly of the Rand Tower, that Astaroth was talking to some kind of thing in the fire. He was also able to summon demons to try and fight me off. Could that have been a gate as well?" Venom, who had discovered the files on Astaroth, confirmed their suspicion.
It had to be. In the Rand files, there was something about an open rift being used to produce the genetically mutated creatures that they created. Creatures like me.
She then shared the location of the other 5 gates, which Venom learned about in the Rand files. Amid tensions, Spider-Man and Daredevil took charge.
"Here is what we need to do,"
Daredevil spoke up.
"We need to split our forces and get to whatever gates are remaining and try to ensure they are not broken open as well."
With this strategic plan in place, the heroes divided into teams, each with a specific location. Shortly before they split, Captain America received a call on his private communicator. "I don't know how you got this frequency, but it better be important." Christoph's voice returned. It sounded like he was in pain.
"Some creatures came down from the sky, destroyed the town's statue."
Wanting to help the man who saved his life, Captain America, Wasp, and Iron Man set a course for Sokovia to find Victorious and thwart Samael's plan. In the heart of New York City, an unleashed demonic force wreaked havoc as Zarathos led a new legion of Blackhearts. Daredevil coordinated the defense alongside her allies Venom, Black Knight, and Ant-Man. The demonic Blackhearts proved relentless, testing the unity of the heroes with each ferocious strike. Daredevil's mystical bolts clashed with the Blackheart's, illuminating the darkened cityscape as Venom's toxic spray lashed out, a deadly dance between her and the demonic foes. Black Knight's energy sword sliced through the horde, and Ant-Man skillfully weaved between the shadows, deflecting the attacks with his sword and shield. The heroes struggled to contain the chaos, the cacophony of combat echoing through the streets. The demonic onslaught proved overwhelming, though. As Zarathos entered St. Paul's Chapel, the heroes found themselves at the epicenter of a maelstrom. The ancient chapel erupted with demonic energies. Amidst the chaos, Daredevil shouted to her companions,
Hold your ground! We can't let them breach the gate.
Yet their efforts proved futile as Zarathos, in a surge of demonic power, destroyed another gateway. The shockwave sent the heroes flying, their bodies thrown like ragdolls in the aftermath of Zarathos' devastating assault. Venom, struggling to rise, muttered,
We underestimated them.
Black Knight, shielding himself from the residual energy, responded,
Our unity is our strength, but we need a strategy against such an overwhelming power.
Ant-Man, recovering with the agility, added,
We can't let this set us back. We need to regroup and find a way to close those gates.
As the heroes witnessed the escape of Zarathos and his demonic horde, the church lay in ruins, a testament to the demonic force's destructive power. Daredevil, her gaze fixed on the remnants of St. Paul's Chapel, knew that the battle against the demonic threat had just become more dire. The Old West ghost town echoed with the sinister laughter of Astaroth, the demon who had eluded Quicksilver's pursuit for decades. Thor unleashed lightning bolts from his Mjolnir Mark II to illuminate the desolate streets. Hulk hovered above, scanning the shadows for any demonic presence, while Spider-Man, with his mastery of the lost martial arts spider style, moved with arachnid-like grace, his senses attuned to the subtlest disturbances in the air. The clash erupted as Astaroth's demonic minions emerged from the shadows. Quicksilver, propelled by his immortality and combat skills honed over centuries, engaged Astaroth in a fast-paced duel. The old gunslinger's shots rang through the air, each bullet seeking the heart of the demon. Thor, with Mjolnir in hand, unleashed electrifying shockwaves that scattered lesser demons like leaves in the wind. Hulk's energy blasts created explosions, providing brief respite in the relentless onslaught. Astaroth, however, was no ordinary adversary. Dark magic coursed through his veins, and with a wave of his hands, he deflected Quicksilver's bullets and countered with malevolent energy. The old gunslinger found himself entangled in an otherworldly force, his movements slowed and limbs ensnared. As Quicksilver struggled against the dark magic, Astaroth's attention turned to the village gate, a focal point for the demonic incursion. In a swift and calculated move, Astaroth chanted an incantation. The immortality gift that was given to Quicksilver over a century ago was sapped from his body, used as a magical fuel to shatter the gate, creating an ominous rift. The very fabric of reality quivered as the gateway crumbled, and Astaroth vanished into the abyss, leaving Quicksilver fatally wounded. Lying on the dusty ground, the old gunslinger spoke his final words up at his allies.
Well, I reckon my time's run out. Well, this fight ain't over. Them demons, it won't rest easy.
Thor removed his mask, the tear streaks on his dirty, dusty cheeks.
No, you can't die, Josiah. You've got to fight on.
Oh, I reckon my fight's done, partner. It's time I finally go home to my wife, my little girl. You won't make them pay for me.
Quicksilver then reaches to his holster and hands his revolvers to Thor.
When you find that no-good demon, you put one between the eyes for me.
His hand dropped as Miguel nodded, his tears soaking the dusty, dirty ground. Hulk, checking Quicksilver's vital signs, hesitated before delivering the grim news.
Josiah, he's gone.
Spider-Man stood up, His fists tightened so much his hands bled. We've got to win this war, and we will do it for Quicksilver. In Sokovia, Captain America's squad arrived to find Victorious on the brink of death. Wasp quickly administered experimental medicine she had received from when she was a part of X-Force. The life-preserving capabilities miraculously healed his wounds, giving Kristoff a burst of adrenaline as well. Victorious revealed to the trio that Samael was headed to his next target, and the direction he was going could only lead him to one area, the village of Transia. On a remote island just south of India, the X-Men found themselves facing a nightmarish version of Hydra. Supercharged with even more demonic power, he had been transformed into a monstrous being with massive wings, razor-sharp claws, and the ability to breathe fire. The sight of the once familiar adversary, now even more deformed, struck fear into the hearts of the X-Men. The battle unfolded with a relentless fury. Angel led the charge, wielding her golden spear against Hydra and his duplicates. Cyclops, her single eye focused, used her superhuman strength to carry a massive boulder, shielding her teammates from falling debris. Beast danced through the chaos, his dire wolves, Atuma and Raza, providing a unique perspective through the eyes. As the X-Men fought Hydra and his duplicates, the cunning foes had a secret agenda. Unbeknownst to the heroes, some duplicates slipped away to the volcanic cave system where their target lay. Malevolent plan in motion, they broke open the gate to hell, triggering a catastrophic volcanic eruption that further escalated the already dire situation. With the island crumbling around them, the X-Men made a desperate retreat toward the shore. Phoenix, wielding flames and pyrokinesis, scorched the debris and Hydra duplicates, while his brother Iceman, manipulating the air's temperature, maintained a cool environment. Yet amidst the chaos, tragedy struck. Iceman began freezing the water to create a massive ice raft. However, he was ensnared by Hydra's duplicates. With a last-ditch effort, he used his powers to propel the raft into the ocean and save his teammates. In the final moments, as the X-Men sailed away from the island, Phoenix struggled against the hands holding him back, yearning to save his brother from what had to be a dire fate. The last haunting image imprinted on their minds was Iceman being dragged back into the massive cloud of ash, a sacrificial act that resonated with the heartbreaking toll of their battle against the demonic forces. Captain America, Wasp, Iron Man, and Victorious arrived in Transia, intent on confronting a demonic force, but they were too late. Standing in the center was Samael with a sinister smile. He reached forward and ripped open a rift between parallel realms. A mysterious woman, clad in a red robe and cape, emerged from the portal. Iron Man immediately recognized the woman from his past. It was the Crimson Mage. Samael reached his hand down, helping the mage up. My lady, our Lord Satanish requests your fealty for helping you escape your prison, and in return, he offers you the chance to kill the one that sent you there. His flaming sword reached out and pointed at Iron Man. The Crimson Mage smiled and nodded silently in agreement. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the fate of the worlds and test the resilience of Earth's mightiest heroes. But that is a story for another day. Well, there you have it, guys. There is the cover for Secret Wars. Now, I had a lot of fun putting this together. In fact, this is the longest drawing I have done for this channel, clocking in at over 12 hours. Ugh. But I had a lot of fun putting it together between this and the story. It was a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. What did you think of the big things that happened? What did you think of the death of Quicksilver and the maybe death of Iceman? Guess we'll have to wait. Yeah, I mean, and it's just, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Another nice thing I tried to make sure I included all the villains, except for the surprise villain at the end, in my community tabs. So if you guys want to know what those villains look like, head to my community tab or my social medias. I have images there up there as well, so that way you know what Zarathos looks like, what Astaroth looks like, and what have you. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to put together, guys. The first part was a blast. Now, I do want to preface something. I am working on second part. It's going to take me about 2 weeks to get out as well. It's another big drawing and another big story, which leads me to my next topic. Putting these out every week has been a lot of fun, but it's been very, very hard for me to do. So I'm probably for the next foreseeable few months, I'm going to start going every other week on these, just to give you guys a heads up on that in case you're wondering why things aren't coming out as quickly. I'm going to try to get out my character spotlight on Tuesdays every week, though, because those aren't as intensive drawings as the covers like this one is. That was so much. But yeah, I'm going to try to get those out every week. But as far as videos go, it may take me every couple of weeks for the time being. But anyway, thank you guys for checking this out. I hope you really liked it. I had a lot of fun with this. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. That really helps get my channel out there to everybody else. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Drop some comments below. Let me know what you would have done differently. Let me know what you're looking forward to with part 2. But anyway, thank you guys for checking this out. I will see you all in 2 weeks for part 2.